All right, so I'm here with Anna and Jessica from Skin Bosses. Hey.
Hi.
So I first off, I love that we're color coordinated. Everyone has to know that we didn't talk about it prior, so we're definitely on the same page. So the first question that I have for you girls is what prompted you to launch Skin Bosses and how did you come up with that name? I think it's pretty clever.
Um, yeah, so we started off, we came up with the name at a restaurant, just like thinking of like names, like what we're interested in. We were like, well, we are really interested in skin and we feel like we're bosses of skin. So like it really just came to that. And we really started our career in the cosmetic dermatology industry. So we started off there and then we kind of transitioned over to the aesthetic and worked in like a beauty studio. And we really wanted to collaborate both industries together through how we envision it in our own eyes,
Mm.
right? So that's how we really started thinking about skin bosses and how it can be created.
Yeah, well, both of your skin is beautiful, so it definitely makes sense that you would call yourselves skin bosses. Let's talk about the location because not only is your website gorgeous and your social media presence, and both of you are obviously a representation of everything that you sell and offer, but the space is phenomenal. How did that happen?
Well, we are located at 392 Summerhill Avenue, and we actually, we were looking and searching for a spot that would speak to us. We were looking for certain things, something that's more of a community setting as well to accessible parking, because we know that the experience gets lost sometimes when you can't find parking. So we wanted to be a part of a community where we can see the daily activities of women, men, walking their kids to school or just walking their dogs. So we definitely wanted to be a part of that as opposed to having a busy storefront that sometimes gets lost in translations, sometimes it's very competitive. We just wanted it to be more personalized to our existing clients and our new clients.
Yeah, I personally love the experience. I feel like you hit the mark when it comes to really elevating that patient experience right from the moment they step into your gorgeous storefront. I say storefront because it is on the main level, but then of course the treatment rooms are upstairs. And it just feels very light, bright, airy, clean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I feel when it comes to medical aesthetics, I feel a lot of individuals just want to start their own practice, but then they don't really know how to create that gorgeous experience from the moment they walk in to the treatment to how they're greeted. The whole from
Experience.
A to Z is so important, and a lot of individuals forget that. So let's talk about how you choose the treatments that you offer and also your product line, because I feel like everything is very clean and sustainable.
Yes. So we always are big believers of trying the treatments before we bring it into the actual clinic itself. So we do a formal case study as well. We have a few models and we make sure that it really speaks to what we're looking for. We're looking for results oriented. We're looking for inclusivity. We're looking for the opportunity to see results more long term as opposed to instant satisfaction. So those are things that we definitely look forward to, as well as making sure that the treatment is still has an element of relaxation, but also again very results effective and very results oriented.
That goes the same with like even our products that we choose. So the products we choose, we want to have an array of products that stem from natural and organic, like our own brand, to medical grade. That we have several medical grade lines that we really stand behind because we think of the infusion of both, which is very, very important and powerful for the skin.
Mm. And what I also love is that you've combined naturopathic medicine with
Yeah,
massage therapy as well
yeah,
as medical aesthetic treatments. I
Yeah.
yeah,
Genius.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
collaboration has been phenomenal for us. It really has. I don't think we'll ever look at skin the way we used to once upon a time. Now that we are collaborating with a naturopath, it's all about specialty testing. Even when we weren't able to treat our clients during COVID, the naturopath would oversee treatment programs for individuals who have conditions like acne. There was specialty testing like hormones, thyroids, that would allow the opportunity for us to continue that treatment program, but individuals were seeing better results. So we know that a lot of things stem from the gut flora, the microbiome. So really understanding the dynamic between naturopathic medicine and medical aesthetics really has combined the opportunity for us to really advance and optimize results.
And so,
also,
go right ahead. I want to hear more.
This one. Yeah, we really do. But it's like Jess said, it's really about not just taking a product and putting it on your skin, but it's understanding the depth of your journey, your process. So it's the gut, mind, health. That's all interconnected, right? It's, are you stressed? Because I mean, mental health plays a big role as well. I think now going through COVID, a lot more people understand the importance of like mental health and, taking care of your body, so what you put inside your body is just as important as what you're putting on like externally. So, taking care of everything as a unit and as a whole is very, very important too.
I have to agree. And that's actually why I wanted to have this interview, because I've worked in the industry for over 10 years. I've seen so many different clinics, so many different ways of enhancing the customer experience. And it is never, I feel like for the most part, most clinics do not get it. But not only do they not get it, their customer doesn't understand that while you could look great on the outside, if you don't feel good, if you don't have that confidence internally, if you're getting the treatments for the wrong reasons, you're always going to want more and more treatments, and you're never going to be able to fill that void, because that void is happening on the inside. So can you describe that patient consultation when people come to you right away? Do they come to you knowing already that they're going to get this sort of all-in-one approach, or are they coming to you because they want Botox or fillers?
I mean, we are hopefully people are coming to us after they've researched. We have a social media platform. We have an amazing website. So we have a lot of information on our scope of services. But when people do come in, we want to create a space where they feel very comfortable and really being able to speak in a open forum about their skin goals, their concerns. We really believe in a no judgment zone free environment where people feel comfortable and being very vulnerable. We are so inspired when individuals come into our doors and allow us the opportunity to be a part of their skincare journey. So we're very humbled by that experience. If somebody has a specific condition, it's very individualized. We look at certain things like medical history. We look at products that they're currently using, products that they've had success with, products that they had reactions or sensitivity to. From there is an array of assembly. And then we do, if we feel the need, of really collaborating with a naturopath. If again, we see somebody that has a condition like acne, melasma, where their conditions that stem mainly hormonally, we definitely want to make sure that we're giving them all the avenues and the opportunity to really explore different options, as opposed to saying, this is, your 10 skincare program. This is the treatment program you have to abide to. We very much believe in changing our skincare program as we see the evolution of the skin. So everything's monitored. We take before and after pictures. We make sure the doctor's following up with them. So it really is a collaboration. It is a journey, and we really make sure that we walk them through that process.
Anna, anything you want to add to that? Because I don't want to step in as you're going to say, right?
Everything. Yeah, absolutely. But that was going back, that is where we saw the missing puzzle piece, right? Was that, you could just mask a problem and get rid of it for that week or that month, but how about getting rid of it for longer term? So we were thinking about long term and like preventative measures, or what type of approach and how you approach the skin and how you look at the skin externally and internally. So that was the missing puzzle pieces, adding a massage therapist for that relaxation approach, because stressors on the skin play a big role. And then naturopathically, it's like, okay, well, there could be things that are stemming from the gut, your microbiome, gut health is so important. And a lot of us don't know that because it wasn't really spoken about a lot, right? The correlation between the gut and the skin. So now, like, really speaking more about that has really helped our patients and our clients for that longer term, longevity.
So let's talk about your most popular treatments.
So it really depends on the season, right? Certain treatments are more popular depending on the season. It being in the winter season, microneedling is one of our most popular services. We do advise not to continue with that style of services in the summertime because it does make you photosensitive. Microneedling is a fantastic treatment to really activate your collagen production. We're seeing phenomenal results. It basically is activating your wound healing mechanism. So it really plays a big role in activation, regeneration, and allows the skin to really thrive in a very natural environment when you're applying the appropriate ingredients. We use bone marrow stem cells, we use hyaluronic acid, we use a lot of different formulations that really help advance and optimize the results.
Yeah, and we have new treatments. The best thing is that we really love to customize it. So if you come in, it's like your skin is not the same as it will be a month from now. You know, there's many things that play a huge factor in that, which is whether, if
Diet.
diet, all of those things. So, we really customize it for when you're on the table and we talk to you, and then we can like add, different technologies to really get the results that you're looking for, which is exciting because no two facials are really alike. You will have something different than your friend because your skins are different.
And so let's talk more about choosing the right technology, because for myself, having worked for different manufacturers and distributors, I know the pressure they put on different clinics. I know they're throwing, tons of, bells and whistles to make it juicy so that clinics like yourselves buy the technology. For me, my what's it called? When I first met you guys, it seemed like you were very, very honest and will only truly choose technology that is the best for you both, because I feel like you're very much involved in not only trying the treatments and undergoing it on a regular basis, but choosing is so important for your clients. So talk to me about that process, and sometimes maybe even describe how difficult it could be sometimes to not sway.
One of the biggest factors is obviously our industry is constantly evolving. There's new innovative technology, and it's an overly saturated industry. We do love it, but we do understand that things are constantly changing. One big factor that we look for, especially when it comes to technology, is being able to treat all Fitzpatricks. It's one of the things that we really do believe in. Every technology, every treatment that we carry, every skincare product, we want to make sure it is inclusive. That is one of our leading factors, and part of the reason, one of our mantras, to be quite honest, making sure that everything that we do use is diverse and very inclusive as well. So I would say that's one of our number ones.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to make sure that we can treat all different skin types. And then, just choosing the technology. We don't carry a lot of lasers, but really seeing what the client is looking for, which is really important, because a client might have acne, which you would choose something very different than somebody that's looking for something for fine lines and wrinkles, right? That doesn't want to go the Botox or filler route, that wants to go a more natural route, right? So that really plays a factor in which technology we're choosing, is really finding out what they're looking for and what their goals are for their skin.
So you mentioned Botox and fillers. So let's talk a little bit about that, because I have to say, I've been noticing so many of my friends and individuals in, the fashion industry, beauty industry, everyone's pumping, everyone's filling, and sometimes overdoing it. So how have you experienced this with some customers as well? And how are you dealing with this trend?
It's interesting you say it's trend, because I definitely think social media has played a big role in distorting people's perception of beauty, right? And even with these filters, you see the enhancement in certain areas like lips, nose. So people already have this perception of beauty that has been altered, and they're kind of seeking that out. So they want that instant, satisfaction when it comes to it. Fillers and Botox, we're very pro, but at the same time, they're not going to benefit the health and integrity of the skin. So a lot of the times we do see young girls wanting, to overfill their lips. I was one of them, to be honest. But to that degree, they are only seeing what I would say the front profile. They're not necessarily seeing the side profile. So when you're overfilling your lips, you have that projection, looks extremely unnatural. So I think that we're seeing this perception in social media where, we're seeing that front profile, and people are constantly seeking this perception. But it's important to really understand realistic expectations. Even these celebrities, when you do see them and you do see them talking in the side profile, you see that it is an overly, filled area. And what I do love about the industry now is that if somebody is proceeding with Botox or filler, it's all about, facial rejuvenation, as opposed to just focusing on one area or balancing. I know a lot of injectors would say, let's balance it out. If you are interested in overfilling the lips in a sense, or filling the lip, let's see, maybe if you need a little bit of structure in the chin, or a little bit on the cheeks. So I do like that concept as well. Just focusing on one area and overfilling it really loses its translation of what the benefits can be. And again, speaking from somebody who started in her early 20s, at the time there was no celebrities that I was looking to, just like Angelina Jolie. I wasn't really aware of what it could do in the long term, right? 15 years later, I'm somebody who had migration on the lips. I'm somebody who lost, natural tint on the color because I've overstretched them. So these are things that people need to be aware of as well, and understanding that there is, long-term side effects. And if there's alternative options to care for them, making sure that if you are doing lip fillers, wearing sunscreen on the lips is very important. We become very photosensitive. So there's a lot of education I think that needs to happen when it comes to, these style of services as well.
I also think picking your doctor is very important, or your injector, right? Your nurse injector or your doctor is very important. There could be somebody that will give you, because the client is trusting in you as well, right? So will come to you and ask you, like, what do I need? I want big, big, big. But again, it goes back to facial balancing, right? Because everybody's face is so different, and somebody that you might be trying to resemble is, you don't have that face structure for it. So it really depends on the injector, and the injector really doing what they see fit for you. And
Well,
we find that with our doctor. She's amazing.
fantastic.
She really is amazing. And again, it doesn't just stop at the injectables, it's everything, right? Because you can have all the injections that you want, but then the texture of your skin is not great. So then that just throws everything off. So it's about, again, going back to balancing everything out, which is really important. Sorry about that.
And like you said, I mean, when I think of sustainable beauty, I think of starting early, finding the right clinic, finding the right experts, and growing with them, aging with them. Because I have noticed that a lot of individuals are going after promotions, Botox promos, laser hair removal promos. Like, there's just so many promos going around because every clinic is just trying to build their customer base. So at what point first of all, are you seeing that a lot of individuals are coming to you for the long-term plan?
Yes, absolutely. I think us working with skin, because we don't perform cosmetic injectables, it's always been about long-term results, about really emphasizing the education of long-term results and building the integrity of the skin, as opposed to, having a quick fix. Of course, we love the glow. We love the instant glow as well, too. We don't shy away from that. But for us, it's really understanding that we want to educate our clients so they feel empowered to take control back of their skin.
Right. Yeah, I feel that people just want to look like a fresher version of themselves. They want to still age, because aging is not a bad thing either, but they just want to look more refreshed. They don't want to look as tired. They don't want to look, that they haven't slept, or whatever the case is, or if their diet's down, or they haven't drank enough water. They want to look more fresh version of themselves. So that's really important as well.
Yeah. And so how early would you suggest they should start?
Well, I think you should start as early as prevention. Vitamin C sunscreen is important. That is, you can start very early.
20s.
Exactly. And, it is said, we stop building collagen after the age of 25. So making sure that you are preventing certain measures from occurring is really valuable as well, too. So we're big believers in prevention, educating our clients as well, too. Coming in for our consultations are complimentary. So if you are somebody who is looking to seeking, a new skincare journey, we are here to walk you through that process. So every age is welcome, but of course, preventative measures is always amazing.
And also, like, sometimes when you say Botox or filler, like, you get really scared. It's like, Botox, whoa. But, just doing a small amount can really be that's all you need, the prevention you need to last you, right?
Mm,
So it's all about, again, the injector that you choose, how much you choose, but starting in your 20s is great because you never want to wait until you have deep wrinkles to say, I want to fix this now. If you
yeah,
can start earlier and get the longevity out of it, that's so much better.
I fully agree. And I'll be coming to visit you both. Well,
You're welcome.
so to conclude, I would love to know, is there anything that our audience would be surprised to know about either of you or Skin Bosses as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, Anna and I have been working together professionally for over 15 years. So we really have collaborated in this industry and learned, and it's been, and I think most people don't know that we've been together for such a long time.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like stay tuned. We're always like bringing on new stuff, bringing on new treatments. So it's really exciting. We're growing, Skin Boss is growing, you know. And so we're just stay tuned because we're so excited.
Well, I'm excited. And because your business came to fruition in a restaurant, probably over drinks and great dinner, I cannot wait to see what you guys are what's gonna sprout in the next few months. So best of luck to you both.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
And thank you for having us. This was amazing.